Okay, this is Google Sites number 2. What we're going to talk about today is how to edit a page, how to add new pages, how to choose a template, and if we get to it, how to organize those pages in the sidebar. Let's start by editing your page. You want to go to the upper right hand corner and click on Edit Page. Now once you click on that button, you will see that then a cursor appears in the body of the web page and you can begin adding text. So for example, I've already written, hello, my name is Mr. Bauman and I like technology, and I just want to add something. I also like Germany. Now, as you can see, I have the page divided into 2 columns. You can change, the default view is actually 1 column. And so if I clicked on 1 column, it would just put all my text together. But you might consider using a 2 column, a 3 column, or a combination of those two, because actually it makes it very easy to organize your text. I like 2 column quite a bit. So then we go ahead and we save our text. Now you can also insert pictures and videos and other things into this page, but we're not going to talk about that now. What we are going to do, however, is add additional pages. You're most likely, one of the Google Sites that you're creating is most likely going to be used to document your work as you go through the design cycle. So we're going to create 5 pages. We're going to create investigate, design, plan, create, and evaluate, because that's where you're going to show your work for those parts of the design cycle. So let's just start with investigate. Now you could choose to put it under the top level, under home, or choose a different location. If we put it under the top level, it's going to show up all the way to the left on the sidebar. If we put it under home, it's going to show up a little bit to the right as a subpage of home. But we want it to be all the way to the left, so we're just going to click the button, or keep it clicked, that says page at the top level. So we create the page, and it will save it, and it will immediately let us start editing it, but I don't want to put anything in there. I'm just going to press save. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and create the rest of my pages here. So we've got investigate, and then we have design, create page, and we're going to save that, and then we're going to create another page called create, because that's where you're going to actually write down or summarize what you're going to do during this phase of the design cycle. Now the only thing that you want to keep in mind is that these templates, so a web page means it's just one long page into which you can enter information. But for create, since you want to do several different entries, you might want to choose the announcements template, because the announcements template will create a page that's much like a blog. So it'll be one page, and you can do a new post for every time you want to track some of the changes that you've made. So that's the create page, and as you can see, here's a button for new posts, and you can just create as many posts as you want. The only thing we have to include at this point is, so we've got investigate, design, plan. I might have forgotten plan. Evaluate, create the page, and save. And yes, I did forget plan, so I'm just going to quickly create a plan page. Plan. Now, okay, so let's say that you're working with a partner and you each want to have your own section of the create step of the design cycle. So let's create another page, and we'll call this one Tommy's create page. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to choose a different location, and we're going to choose for it to go underneath create. And when I save this, I create the page, and then as you can see, it doesn't look like it's when somebody goes to create, they will see we haven't put it in there. Okay, so anyway, that's how you create pages and add them. Let me just show you one more thing about rearranging the sidebar. So one of the confusing things that you can run into is how to organize the pages in the sidebar in the way that you want them to. Now by default, Google Sites will automatically insert pages, but sometimes they get inserted in the order that you put them in and sometimes in the reverse order, and so what I've always found is it's best to manually change the order of pages in the sidebar. So go to the sidebar and click on Edit Sidebar, and from there it'll bring you to this layout, and then go over here to Sidebar. Now what's interesting about this is you can add different sidebar items. For example, you can add a countdown or a text or etc. So you want to go to the navigation, and you could change the title of the navigation, but what you want to do to organize the pages is untick automatically organize my navigation, and then you can see all the pages that were already there are here. So what we can do is we can grab investigation and go over to the arrow and click up, up, up right under home, and then we'll put the rest in order too. So design is next. We'll put that under investigate, then we'll grab plan and we'll put that under the design, and we've got create and evaluate. Now if we happen to have several pages, if we happen to have sub-pages, we could then push the arrow to the right and we could make that a sub-page, and then that's a sub-page of plan. Now we don't want to do that. Now, one thing that you might have to do is, if after this, after you have unticked automatically organize my navigation, you might create another page. Well, because you unticked automatically organize my navigation, it will not show up automatically in the sidebar. So you have to go here to add page, and you grab the page that you want to add and you press OK. And now we want to make Tommy's create page a sub page of create. So we'll push over to the right and we'll press OK, and then we'll save changes, and then what you can see on the left is the sidebar in the order that we want it to be in. So that is how to reorganize the sidebar, and I hope that was helpful to you. Bye bye.